If you make a decent income, maybe that's 60,000, 80,000, 100,000, or even more, and you still feel broke at the end of every month, you're not alone, and probably you're not even bad with money. Let me tell you about Sarah and Mike. They made over $120,000 combined, and they had $88,614 in debt. They always felt broke. And the problem wasn't their income. It wasn't even really their debt balance. Their problem was zero visibility. We found, working together, they've had $1,600 a month that was disappearing without them ever consciously choosing to spend it. So let's review those numbers with Mike and Sarah. Again, $120,000 of income. Total debt was $88,614. That's credit cards, car loans, student loans. And how did they feel every single month? They were always behind. They ran out of money before they ran out of month. Well, they were in stage 2. They were living paycheck to paycheck. Now, what was going on in their lives? The bills were getting paid, but they had nothing left. No savings, no debt progress, no margin. That margin is the difference between my income and my expenses. That's what I use to hit my goals. Well, they had none. So, do you have at least $1,000 in savings that you only touch for true emergencies? Not just pizza night on Friday and I'm hungry? True emergencies? Well, for Sarah and Mike, their answer was no. So their discovery was, where the heck is our money going? So I asked them to do an assignment, to review 90 days of bank and credit card transactions and categorize every expense. Give every expense a name and then total those categories up to see what they were spending their money on. And guess what? They had never done this, not once in their entire marriage. In doing that activity, they found $1,600 a month was going to food spending. That's groceries, restaurants, coffee, food delivery, convenience stores. None of it was tracked, none of it was budgeted, and none of it was a conscious choice. Sarah said, I knew we spent a lot on food. I just had no idea it was that much. They had 4 little kids. They were busy, both working. They were stressed. Who has time to make dinner or the energy to make dinner at the end of the day? So let's just go out to dinner. And we'll take the leftovers home and we'll eat them tomorrow. Well, who likes to eat leftovers, cold leftovers? So they'd eat out again. And it just racked up and racked up. And once they realized that $1,600, that was quite an eye-opener. They had said, I had no idea. That phrase, that is a stage 2 story. So here's the framework that I shared with them. It's called the weekly money date. What do you do is once a week, every dollar gets a name. It's not reactive. We are being proactive. Food gets separated into groceries versus eating out instead of one combined budget in food. Right? We agree on the number. And when it's gone, it's gone. Or you just have to lower another category to cover it. Right? The proverbial rob Peter to pay Paul. It's your money. You can do anything you want with it. But it's got to be managed. So their story, month 1, they went over again. Month 2, they almost hit it. By month 3, they came in under. They didn't stop eating out. They just knew their number. And knowing changed their behavior. $1,600 a month was redirected. They had the same income. That $88,614, they were still in debt. But now it could start going down every month. So stage 2, living paycheck to paycheck, is all about visibility. It's not paying off all of your debt. That'll come later. But first, I got to know where the heck my money is going. Prepping for your first $1,000 emergency fund. Identifying your monthly margin or surplus. Imagine that climbing a mountain analogy I use a lot. Sarah and Mike had moved from base camp, stages that between stage 1 and 2, stage 1 where the debt is growing, stage 2 now they're living paycheck to paycheck, and they were able to do that within 6 months. So this situation, high income but always feeling broke, is unfortunately incredibly common, and it's almost never about income. If you feel you're covering everything but have nothing to show for it, you're probably in stage 2, living paycheck to paycheck. So there is a way out. Comment date in the money date, or comment date, and I will send you the money date template. This will help you and your spouse and partner to start learning to work together on your finances. Also in my bio, you can book a free financial stage assessment. The link is in my description. Don't stay stuck. If you're in stage 2, that's better than being in stage 1, but don't stop. We got to keep moving to stage 3, where we make a little bit more margin and have something to show for it and be able to start making progress with our money. So comment date in the comments and I'll send you the money date template.